This video falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, which states that certain use of copyrighted material, such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research is allowed, and is not considered copyright infringement. If you try to take down this video, you will be going against your own beliefs. Dr. O.J. Citrus, physician, scientist, searching for a way to tap into the hidden strengths all Inklings have. Then an accidental overdose of high-voltage electricity alters his body chemistry. Now, whenever OJ grows angry or outraged, a startling metamorphosis occurs. The creature is driven by rage, and has harassed several Inklings and Octolings.
Chuck, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
His many scuffles with Chuck have left his reputation in the dirt. The Octoling, along with the other victims, believe OJ's mind is intertwined with the creature. I'm telling you right now, that Inkling is not to be trusted. He'll freak out over something as simple and petty as me attending a play with his ex-friend, which he stalked continuously, by the way. A theory that has yet to be proven right or wrong, so OJ Citrus must continue to be a fugitive on the run, until he can learn to control the raging spirit that dwells within him. Hey guys, Delta225 here. I know you don't come to this channel to hear me talk about drama, but to be frank, I've wanted to make this video for a little while now. Don't worry, comic dubs will still be coming. I know that's what most of you want to see. But for those who are curious, this is Zengo. Him and I had some beef a while back. Some of it was while he wanted me to make an exposed document about someone who goes by Astra. Long story short, I eventually decided to scrap the document, and sometime later, Zengo and I had a falling out. Fast forward a few months, and Zengo goes ahead and uploads this video, a PSA about Astra. It's 46 minutes long, which tells me he's got a lot of dirt on the guy, but as you'll soon see, this runtime really isn't warranted, and frankly, neither is the video to begin with. So I'm gonna do a commentary on this video, talking about his main points against Astra and sharing my personal thoughts. This should go without saying, I know how these things tend to go, but I warn you not to harass or witch hunt anyone mentioned in this video. In fact, I recommend against contacting Zengo at all. At best, he'll be incredibly clingy, and at worst, when you inevitably cut ties with him, he'll do something like this, or worse. That being said, let's begin.
Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? You all know who I am. It's Zengo. And I wish I was making a better video.
That makes two of us.
If you've been following me on Twitter, I have been making art, and sometimes I make random tweets here and there.
The only art you're known to make is SFM renders. And for reference, I paid $25 for this. I know $25 is penny change in the world of commissions, but still.
And usually stuff about calling out some people, or not really calling them out, but more like making a PSA.
Yeah, you tend to do that a lot.
But I wanted to put this particular topic into a video rather than a tweet, because that would take too long to type, and I figured I can go back to using my video editing skills to at least put something together.
You claim to be making use of your editing skills, yet most of this unscripted video is completely unedited. Like, I really shouldn't have to be doing your job for you. Oh, that's why you wanted me to make the document for you!
Today we're going to talk about an individual that I've known for a long time, and unfortunately there's someone who, sadly, only wants to hear what they want to hear.
You know, that's pretty funny coming from you. I mean, I could literally pull up a massive list of DMs making you look like a massive hypocrite right now, but then we'd be here all day.
And of course, I'm talking about the one guy on Twitter and Discord known simply as Astra Ahina.
I've come to make an announcement. Astra the...
So, without giving his real name...
What you just said there implies that you have access to at least his name, if not more, personal information, and you're willing to dox Astra should things go south. And Zengo would totally be the kind of person to do that. I mean, just watch T-Bone 2004's hour-long commentary on the dude, exposing him for everything he's got.
As you can see here, Zengo had paid this website 95 cents to get all of Kai's information.
Kai did not agree to this, nor was he told that he was doxxed either. How did we find this out? A friend of mine who I will not name was told by Zengo himself that he had paid for this website for his information. I'm guessing he was angry because Kai kept pressuring him to pay the people back he had scammed.
Dear God.
I'm pretty sure you've seen his model on the Gmod workshop. It's a fruit bat, and though that the character is really great in design, the person associated with, we're gonna have to sadly get into.
Oh, so you do know how to separate art from artist. When you make yourself look good for somebody who doesn't like you anymore. Ah, see? That's the Zengo I know.
So let's get started.
Oh my god, finally!
Before we get started, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know to please do me a favor and do not harass, witch hunt, or bother anybody involved in this whole thing, including Astra and myself, or anybody that I mention or happen to mention.
Whoa, 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 hold on. You said something good? There's something good about this video? Oh my god, color me speechless. Yeah, spoilers, that's gonna be the only good thing said in this video.
I'm only doing this just to spread awareness, just so people who might end up running into him are aware of what could go on, and will possibly go on if you decide to stand up for yourself.
Oh, like how when people stand up to you, you freak out and make videos like these.
Also, a disclaimer, I've had history with this guy in the past, but I'm not going to go too far back. I'm only using recent events to his recent blocking of me on Twitter and Discord.
This decision right here baffles me for reasons that are going to come up later.
And I do not like using Google Docs, and nor do I want to learn how to use them, so.
That was the reason you gave for having me work on that Google document for you, but, well, since you didn't want to accept my reason for not working on the Google Doc anymore, I won't accept your reason here.
With that out of the way, let's go ahead and start getting into this for real this time.
Oh, and here I thought Google was unreliable. Well, I guess it only works when you do it, huh?
So you're probably asking yourself, who is Astra Ahina? Well, I'll go ahead and give you as much of a history of him as possible, and only keep the topic related to his recent blocking of me on social media.
You can't start this off with a contradiction, okay? Not even 30 seconds after the intro and already you've messed up. This is why you need to edit.
Astra Ahina is a young man in his 20s.
While we're on the topic of age, Zengo, you're in your 30s. Let me repeat. You are in your 30s.
He basically is just one of those people who is probably the best example of narcissism. He likes to always be right, feels he can do no wrong, and basically looks down on anyone who can even outmatch him when it comes to either intelligence, life experience, or just knowing way more than
Wait. Zengo, okay? I'm gonna stop you for a second, okay?
What do you want, Delta?
I think you have the wrong script, because you're just talking about yourself.
He's gotten to those points that when someone actually gets personal with him, pointing out his flaws, he does not like that. He will get upset. He really gets upset with that stuff. The dude doesn't have a girlfriend. I'm sorry to say that, but he doesn't have a girlfriend. He still lives at home with his mom and dad, and he doesn't even pay rent as far as I know. He does drive a car from what I understand. Yeah, he sits in front of his PC all day.
This might be hard to believe, but are you aware that nobody gives a shit?
In the recent escapade with me and Astra, I decided to make a little meme that I'll go ahead and put on screen.
Okay, side note, this meme is kind of bad because it misses the entire point of the who would win meme, but I don't really care.
It's not the point of it being pointless. It's how Astra took it when I decided to get him to just answer the question and kind of contribute into it. As you can see in this first screenshot here after I posted it, he thought he had already answered it, but of course I remember he had said no before, but that's because he was mad at that one night, and I can understand him not wanting to talk about it. He was probably mad at work or something.
Okay, so don't repost the meme. If he didn't like it the first time, he's probably not going to like it the second time.
And he gives his answer, which I kindly respect and see.
Well, considering the very next screenshot you're about to show, that's a lie.
And here's where it starts. This is how I get him to contribute. And this is one of the things I'm very smart with doing. And he hates this. Then I put in that line thing, if I added one of his OCs and another being Hank from Madness Combat. And then I put anyway, so going to bed soon. That's where I thought I was going to go ahead and end the conversation. But boy, was I wrong. Here's where it started getting interesting. He put down, neither would have changed, and then I'm just like, still, you would have been more interested. And he's all, no, I wouldn't. You would have at least tried to counter. He would say no. You would. I wouldn't. And here's where the fun begins.
You know, I'm gonna bet you're real good with girls. You try your advances, right? And then they say no. But then you just keep going. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You just keep going.
Alina, Creation Goddess. Yes, that's what his OC is. Again, we will get into this a little later. Or one pink puffy boy. Then he just goes, Alina is the delete key. We'll get more into this more. Gotcha. I lay down the gotcha.
No, you just kind of annoyed him into submission. If you're trying to make yourself look like the good guy, you're doing a terrible job.
Then I put down my point proven, but anyway, let's move on. That could have ended there. He could have easily ended there, but no, he decided to drag this on, and it's hilarious. And then, you know, like I just said, I got him to contribute. He just goes into good for you. Then I put down, it was small, but got you to contribute.
You keep saying you wanted things to end right here, yet you kept going on in this DM. And also, you ended up making this 46-minute long video, so which is it, Zengo? Did you or did you not want to drop it?
And then he starts, you know, coming on to me. Want me to suck you off, smartass?
Yes, that was a bit extreme, but remember, Zengo has the ability to make even the most patient saints lose their mind. That is how aggravating he can be.
I try to change the subject one more time. How was your day? And then he's all like, you ruined it already. That's my answer. Fine, I'm sorry I ruined it. Because I will admit, it was kind of a scummy move to do, but, you know, it shows I was able to get him to contribute.
I feel like if you're gonna make a call-out post against somebody, you probably shouldn't show DMs where you do scummy things like this. I'm just saying.
Then he makes this little rule right here. Next time, don't force a joke that wasn't even funny to begin with onto me, or match up that has no business even being compared.
Yeah, no, see, that's not a rule. That's just called basic etiquette.
And by the way, just so you know, I don't block Astra because I'm not giving him the satisfaction.
We all know that's not the real reason.
I start replying with, okay, fine, but I will say just one thing. Let's not compare my OCs to yours in a matchup. This way we can make this agreement more fair, because those would be pointless too.
This whole extra part of the agreement, so-called, is completely pointless. I mean, all Astra wanted you to do is just stop forcing stuff down his throat. And yet here you are, dragging on the conversation that you wanted to end.
I say this because my OCs were mainly made around Freedom Planet in mind, because I love the game, and though the community is questionable, I love the game.
The Freedom Planet community is questionable because of people like you.
He then replies with, brings up insanely OP established character to compare to obvious weaker character, compares that to OCs with similar capabilities. And then I just start replying with, okay, and then this is where Astra decides to devolve into what we call childish reaction memes. And I swear this dude's computer's probably full of memes, or he probably just sits on Know Your Meme all day, or any kind of GIF website where he just freaking copy pastes or just freaking downloads everything.
Okay, first of all, the reason he's sending these gifts to you is because he's mocking you. Kind of like how when I sent that picture of Shadow the Hedgehog, I was mocking you for being overly edgy that one time. Second of all, I'm gonna blow your mind real quick, Zengo, right? There's a GIF button on Discord, and using it, you can search for keywords like, say, okay and look at that, one of the first results. I am honestly shocked you didn't know about that feature earlier, considering how much time you spend on the internet.
I try to reply one more time, well, I guess I can head off for now. And of course, this is where I decide, okay, this kid needs a lesson. And to quote Ouija Plays,
shift into maximum autism mode.
Okay, alright, so, just because you have autism does not automatically make you an idiot. That being said, this dude is literally admitting to acting like he's mentally challenged in this guy's DMs. His words, not mine.
So here we go. I decided I'm gonna go ahead and try to see how far I can go with this and see when he'll finally block me or just frickin' be upset.
I get it. It's a lot of fun to mess with people. But you're making a PSA about Astra. If you want to seem righteous and all that stuff, don't blatantly admit to messing with him. You know what? No, you honestly can't say you didn't ask for this.
And by the way, if anything, him blocking me is probably going to be a good thing, because I will admit I have a weakness of going back all the time.
Well, if you say Astra blocking you is good, then why are you even making this video in the first place? Wouldn't you be relieved that you don't have to interact with him anymore? Unless you're hiding something.
He's all like, want a blowjob for that cutie pie? Want my dick pic? And then this is where I decide to get personal, like he's gotten personal in the past before. So here's where I put down the nail in the coffin that he does not like to hear. Nah, I have a girlfriend of 7 years for that. I'm good.
Then what the hell were you doing stalking WPK-12?
What do you mean? I would never do that. It's just that was so stupid. All I'm doing is treating her like a human being, you know, checking to see how she's doing.
Then he puts in GTFO, which we all know what it means, get the fuck out. I decide to have fun with it. GTFO, new GTA game, Grand Theft Auto Fallout?
Oh my god, you absolute child. When are you going to learn that when someone doesn't want to talk to you, you stop talking?
So he decides to put in 30 plus year old people. By the way, I'm 34.
Yeah, exactly. You're 34 years old. How have you never learned this basic piece of social etiquette?
This guy is basically a kid compared to me.
Never, ever call somebody else a kid again.
And then he's all like, why do I have you added? You're a parasite, for real. Because it's very simple. Then he decides to end it off here with unblocking. Then I'm all like, geez, get fucked. I'm like, K, see you never, and then K. Then block. That's basically when I'm blocked.
Allow me to present a summary of what's been shown so far.
Hey there, how's it going?
What the fuck do you want?
You know, I just wanted to show you this funny meme I made.
And then it shows the fucking meme on screen.
Look, man, it's a shitty meme. I already told you.
You just don't know how to have fun, do you?
I mean, I do. I just think this meme is shitty, you know?
You'd probably like it more if you had your OCs in there. I mean, if I put your OCs in there, you totally would give me an answer.
Hey, why would you think that, man? I really think you should just get the fuck out, you know?
GTFO? Grand Theft Auto Fallout? That'd be amazing!
What the hell, man? What are you even doing? Just get out, alright? Stop it. Jesus Christ, I'm blocking you.
What you just saw there is basically just Astra's pattern of dealing with someone who actually knows how to conduct themselves as a normal, legitimate human being, or, to put it simply, an adult that actually knows how to use their fucking, skills with words and messing with people who are being complete, assholes and dumbasses.
I hope from what I've shown so far, you realize that none of those traits actually describe Zengo at all.
Because I will admit, I've been triggered in the past. There are times where I've screwed up. There are times where I've acted like him, but that was all the times when I was growing up, and I decided to change myself. And even nowadays, I still act like this a little bit, but I'm trying my best to just, improve.
Lies! Fucking lies!
Let's go ahead and get into what we call his OCs.
So then he basically goes on to talk about Astra's OCs and how they're similar to characters in a different universe. Okay, play that clip again.
This might be hard to believe,
Enhance it.
but are you aware that nobody gives a shit?
But even beyond that, right? Zengo's OC, his self-insert, is heavily based on the sniper from Team Fortress 2. So, now you have no right to talk about anyone's OCs.
He will literally freaking scold you to death. Like, he will be pissed off. He will have a rage fit and just decide to freaking talk shit on you, get personal, and I'm not even gonna get into the manipulation because he does manipulate people. He's manipulated me a few times when I was in a state of depression.
Okay, this should have been the focus of the whole video. I mean, come on. Manipulation is way more serious than acting rude when you're being annoying to them and OCs. The only problem now is that you're actively refusing to get into it.
I just have to say, you know, I'm only making this video because, and I know I went on that thing talking about his OCs, whatever. It was, yes, I know it's irrelevant.
Then why are you bringing him up, you lemon?
I've unfortunately gone back to Astra to try to be his friend again many times over.
Zengo, I'm not your freaking dad. You should know that if you don't like somebody and they don't like you, you don't have to be friends. You can just go about your separate ways and let life go on. Why are you even making a video in the first place?
I've tried so hard to see the good in people, and Astra, unfortunately, I've done it too much, and it's what's forced me to make this video. It's why I have to make this video, and it hurts me that I have to make this video.
Bro, you were not forced to do anything. You weren't forced to share that meme, you weren't forced to be annoying with Astra in DMs, and you most certainly were not forced to make this video. This is what you wanted.
You know, he's caused fights in the past. I'm only gonna say this, he's caused a Twitter artist on Twitter to leave due to betraying their trust. I'm not gonna get into those details, but...
Again, you really should. Betrayal of trust is a pretty serious thing, unless you're lying and don't actually have any evidence to support your claims.
Me and Astra's bickering has gotten to the point where it's affected other people.
Probably because you keep bringing it up all the damn time. And now it's worse than ever now that you've made a whole freaking PSA about it.
Though I was acting smug earlier, it's not something I'm proud of, guys.
Oh dear God, here we go. Watch how this next section goes.
People do have opinions about me. I'm not perfect. These guys are not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I at least admit when I do wrong. Why do you lie? Why do you lie? I really, really wish that Astra could change.
Yep, Okay, let me just go ahead and translate that for you.
Astra! Please come back!
I'm not gonna say what his mental conditions are because I'm gonna show that respect. He's kind of like the lower down version of what I have.
Wow, okay, Zengo. Putting yourself above Astra. Yeah, no wonder the guy doesn't want to be your friend.
I have autism, and I also suffer from bipolar, and according to my therapist, I have some Asperger syndrome.
Okay, that right there should tell you that Zengo has no idea what he's talking about, considering he considers Asperger's and autism two separate things, but it's about to get a lot worse. Zengo legitimately thinks that bipolar disorder is on the autism spectrum. You heard that right. He thinks that bipolar disorder is on the autism spectrum. Literally, a quick Google search will prove him otherwise. Oh, but it's not something you can solve with Google. Yeah, sure, buddy, whatever.
Don't go in there with the mindset that he's already going to talk shit on you. If you're going to ever interact with this guy, go in with the mindset of just being aware in case if he starts acting like total shit to you, because he can be a nice guy and we've had good times. But all in all, I don't think it's healthy for me to even have a friendship with him. And his other friends who I blocked and they blocked me or whatever, they've talked on shit on him in the past, and I've defended Astra.
Astra, why'd you leave me? Astra! WBK-12, Delta 225, Astra Ahina. I will exact revenge on all of you! You will feel the wrath of Zengo!
On April 18th, 2022, Zengo striked my YouTube channel. The video in question was a 4-second meme featuring his image. The image, of course, was of a Shantae plush donning a gaming headset with a controller. One could argue that the meme is fair use, so he was in the wrong for even filing that copyright strike in the first place. But even beyond that, who really cares? Except, Zengo cares. He cares about everything. And that's his biggest downfall. He takes everything far too seriously. Remember, Zengo filed a copyright strike over a 4-second meme.
Shantae!
This is a month after we already had our falling out. So, ideally, Zengo would be well over it, but Zengo never gets over it. He wears his grudges like a crown. That was the original reason why I was going to make a video about Zengo. Since he held my channel hostage, I felt it necessary to expose him for everything he had. But before I did, I contacted one of his friends, and they were somehow able to convince Zengo to release the strike on the condition that I remove the meme. Of course I did, because like I said before, who cares? Then life continued on as normal. Back in March, when I stopped working on Astra's exposed document, I predicted that he and Zengo would get into more drama in the future. Well, 3 months later, what I predicted came to pass. Zengo has the comments section of his video set to held for review, meaning only the comments he specifically approves will be shown publicly. If you've been watching up to this point, it's pretty obvious why he's doing this, so he can filter out criticism and lie about it under the guise of harassment. Now, while Astra's friends did spam the pinned comment on all of his other videos, it was actually Astra himself who told his friends not to do it, which goes against what Zengo is claiming here. But the reason I make this video now is because Astra was scammed out of $100 because of his video. Astra had contributed $100 to the Freedom Planet Megapack for Source Project. Whether Zengo contacted the staff of this project directly or not doesn't matter. After Zengo's video was released, Tyraka, a staff member, blacklisted Astra from the project for unjustified harassment of an innocent, something Astra did not take any part in and actually told his friends to stop doing. And we all know Zengo is far from innocent. The worst part? Astra can't get a refund, meaning through no fault of his own, he was scammed out of $100. Zengo, you say you don't wish for anyone to be harassed, yet you caused this to happen. If you truly care for Astra the way you seem to, you owe him $100. After that, it would simply be best for you to stop getting involved in internet drama at all. You instigate basically every bit of drama you've been in, and you blow it way out of proportion. It's time to stop. You simply cannot handle the internet.